All right. I think we live. All right. Peace and blessings to the family. Love and light. Salute to the gods, to the goddesses of the universe. Planet Keith is your brother. I'm the Amanashi, also known as Omni Omnis, aka the Nature God family. All right. Now, you already know, 7+ years independent researcher. All right. Over 200 plus videos, over 30,000+ career views. All right. And I'm not even really doing too much, just sheer, most of the content is education based, educational purposes only, family. All right. And I feel like Black consciousness and enlightenment and just awareness in general, awareness of basic, the basic 1, 2, 3s of life, family. And it's a passion of mine. And I'm just looking to network and connect with people that are on that same frequency. If you're not on that frequency, I understand when you play the piano, there's different tones, and all tones don't go together. All right, but you match the right tone in the right octave, right, with the corresponding note, and then you create music, you create melody, you create harmony. Okay, and so my objective is not to force people to be like me or to think like me. All right, but it is to challenge people to think, to wake up, and to increase the clarity mentally and spiritually in their lives. All right. And so the universe is good. I'm just taking care of myself. Quick little workout. I did a little something this morning. People who follow me, they know that for years, since a child, since an adolescent, I dealt with a condition of epileptic condition. All right. And in my consciousness, I went on a journey where I was learning about cleansing, right? I studied chemistry. I studied biology. I began to pay more attention to herbalists like Dr. Sebi. And he caught my attention, with some of the things he was saying. And so I wanted to put it to test, and I did that. And so the things that I was learning about chemistry, the things that I was learning about biology, the immune system, I was able to put those things into play. And based on what I know about genes and genetics, bloodlines, ancestry, right, I believe that I'm from a bloodline or a genetic ancestry that is non-antigenic. And the antigen is a toxic or foreign substance, all right? A mutation that occurs in the human genome, in some human genomes, depending on, like I said, your ancestors, all right? Now, like I said, dairy, starch, and poultry are 3 things that have always had negative results. All right. And I wonder why, because all of these things contain what I talked about, antigens. All right. Parasites, microbial parasites, bacteria. All right. Virus, fungi, all of that stuff. And so when you have an individual, just like hair lice is an inherent immunological response, all right, to the biology, the chemistry of specific bloodlines, specific blood types. Okay, so basic 1, 2, 3 was discovered by Carl Landsteiner in the 1940s, if I'm not mistaken. Running running scientific tests and experiments on 2 different species. It was a monkey and a rabbit. So he transfused the blood from one species to another one, and it killed the species. I believe the rabbit died from the monkey blood. And so not to get too deep into it, but we are who we are genetically, physically, energetically, and just biochemically. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that the phenotype, genotype transcription is a good basis to understand genetics. Like, before we get too deep into it, what you see is what you get. All right. Phenotype is the physical characteristics of an organism. All right. And the genotype is the instructions and the codes in its genes that are responsible for the appearance, that are responsible for the texture, responsible for, what it is. And so my point is, with the seizures, the epilepsy, learning about the biology of melanated peoples, and knowing that I'm a non-antigenic blood type, I've always had negative response from any source of antigen. Like, black people are, I believe it's 85% lactose intolerant in the United States, so it's very common. The nurse was telling me that one day. And milk, it has microbial bacteria in it. All right. Once they get into your body, they're decomposer organisms, so they break down your tissue. A decomposer is meant to decompose dead organisms. So while you're living, you shouldn't have decomposers in your body. All right. But according to the genetic study of the ABO system, you have the Rh positive, which is an indicator, acronym for rhesus monkey factor. Is an indicator that you are antigenic bloodline. You'll do better with dairy, lactose, and just processing foods that are animal protein based. So even with vitamin D and vitamin D3, you have a vitamin D, and then you have a synthetic version of vitamin D, which is an animal-based protein. All right? And so my main thing is helping black people to understand the difference between their biology versus other groups. Because we are leading in the U.S. when it comes to disease, sickness, diabetes, stroke, heart disease, right? Just like when you drive in your car, you got different types of cars that take different fuel. You got your 87, you got your 89, you got your 93. And all different fuel sources differ in octane. So the energy is different with different fuel sources, different grades, right? And so the lower grade can go up, right? But the higher grade cannot go down because it's required to have a certain level of octane, which the lower grades do not possess. And so when you have an original blood type, or you have a bloodline that is not associated with Rh positive or Neanderthals, all right, like I said, is a genetic biological marker associated with the subspecies of humans, all right? Considering that they have both human and animal DNA. Okay. And so this is very important when it comes to vaccinations for our children. All right. Vaccinations contain microbial parasites. It's supposed to be synthetically, artificially boosting the immune system. So that's the thing about vaccines. Vaccines are synthetic, artificial immune boosters. And ironically, in the study, you have people with lower and higher immunity based on their antibodies. How many antibodies, the abundance of antibodies that the individual possesses. And antibodies are DNA proteins. That's why we take antibiotics to get rid of infection, right? They give you, the doctor prescribed antibiotics. This comes from the studies they were doing. All right. And they concluded that those DNA proteins, aka antibodies, right, they serve a certain purpose in defending the immune system. And so you have blood types, right? Like the A, the B, and the ABA and the AB that are missing antibodies. They're not abundant as universal donors or O types. All right. And so in these bloodlines, there will be more sickness. It'll be more common. And there's a saying, like with Europeans or with YT people came death, sickness, and disease during colonization, which we know smallpox that infected Indians with blankets or something like that it was doing. The bubonic plague, the black plague, all of these different sicknesses that was going on in Europe, and they eventually brought it to the Americas and other places. And this is because of biology, the human anatomy, family. All right. And I just wanted to build about it and let you guys know that I'm doing well. I'm on my Wakia volcanic water. All right. Got that going. You feel me? It's a decent pH on it. But it is the organic joint. And people would think that water is just water, but water is H2O. And the main properties in water is hydrogen and oxygen. You dehydrate in the sun, right? When you don't have enough water, you don't have enough hydrogen, right? And so it's very important to love yourself, to take care of yourself, family. So anyway, yeah. Do a little workout. Try to keep the guns right. I'm gonna just go ahead and do 100 curls or 35s. And then bust them out. Then I do the chest. What is it? It's like chest and wounds. I gotta get a little break. But sometimes I do supersets and keep going, but that's 100 curls right there. Anyway, yeah, 37 years old, trying to stay in decent shape, but yeah, family, like, this social media stuff is crazy, family. Like, I respect people that are honest, for one thing, being themselves, being organic. You have a platform where you're displaying who you are, what you do, and what you're about. And been doing it consistently for years. And then you have people who share other people's posts. The things that they are posting does not reflect who they are, what they're about. The YouTube, you got T channels where people don't show who they are. They doing all this, talk, chatty patty, right? And they not showing you who and what they are. So I pride myself on just being me. I ain't gotta lie, I ain't gotta be fake. I'm in my real, true energy. And I respect anybody who got motion, anybody that's being themselves, anybody that ain't hating on the next person. Salute to Sir Riley, goddamn Carolina in the building. SOL4, you already know, bro. I see, bro, he doing his thing. Keep rolling. Keep doing what you're doing. Shout out to you. Let you guys know, ain't no motherfucking hater now, bro. We rap together. You know what I'm saying? And we we made a little money together back in the day. But that's my guy. But I just like to see people doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, bro. And bro, he rock with my stuff, so I got to show him some love. But anyway, yeah, just trying to be positive, family. There's people that want to bring me down, people that want to see me in the negative light. And I guess when you make everything about competition, only thing you can see is yourself. But, it's yourself, but it's also an external environment, internal and external. So it's a duality. And so just trying to coexist in the universe, family, with ninjas that ain't got no sense. And most ninjas don't, you feel me? But anyway, I'm the nature guy. I am Omni. I am Omni Omnis. Omni Amanashi. Okay, all of these things, all me, family. All right, I'm the guy that you're seeing in the videos. Some of my videos are live. Some of them are, like clips, you feel me? And some of them are just like audios. And so it's a good mix on the channel. Make sure you hit up youtube.com, right? The channel tag is NetraGuy2126. That's spelled capital N, capital T, capital R, 2126. (2126) family. I know people it's getting kind of late, and work coming up. Got to get back to that plantation, that slave plantation. But it's all good. Free yourself, love yourself, free yourself, family. Know thyself, study thyself, master thyself, and hopefully you can come off that plantation too. But anyway, love and light to the family. The email is omnismature360@gmail.com. Like I said, for lectures, for live events, for guest speaking. All right, hit me up, omnismature360@gmail.com. Salute to the guys and the goddesses, the kings and the queens of the planet Earth. Planet Key, family. Go ahead and hit a few what's the names right quick. Arms, back, shoulders. And chest. Keep your chest going. The shoulder shredder for the traps. Traps right. All right. Peace and blessing. Salute the nature God. I'm the Amanashi. We out from it. Peace. Be blessed.